Okay, so my name is Hazel Webb, and welcome to my new show, Idaho Mortgage Loans. And we're going to call it the Mortgage Tea because we're going to talk about all things mortgage related. The first part of what we're doing is going to be specifically tailored for real estate agents and being able to walk them through the buyer experience and help our real estate agents deliver a better overall product to the buyers that they come in contact with. So that's what we're going to be focusing on this first episode. So today, let's talk about when the real estate agent first meets up with the client and they have to give out the referrals for their contacts that they have. So it is taught in real estate school that you give out about 3 referrals to mortgage lenders. So you do out your referrals, you hand that over to the person. So the perfect referral is actually saying, hey, Hazel at Idaho Mortgage Loans is amazing. I've worked with her in the past. She's really knows what she's talking about. She'll take really good care of you. Would it be okay if I gave Hazel permission to contact you? That is the perfect referral because people have call anxiety. They don't want to have to contact me. If you ask your client, hey, can I give permission for Hazel to contact you? That's a better referral. And then I'll reach out to the client and buyer in this instance, and the first step is just chatting with them. The first thing I'm going to do is say, hey, tell me your story. Tell me what you're trying to accomplish. Trying to get to know them a little bit better rather than just sending them over a link for an application. I want to know, are they first-time home buyers? Do they need down payment assistance? What is their overall goal? Just so I can get to know them a little bit better. So when the application does come across, I have a better idea of what I'm working with. The next piece is I'm going to send them a link, a text message with a link to my website to fill out an application. On that application, you guys are probably already aware, but it basically asks for name, social, date of birth, address, where you work, how much you make. Most buyers, they don't like answering all of the questions. So realistically, they get about 30% finished with the application. That's fine. If they can just start the application, I can always call them and get the information that I need. But at least that helps them be familiar with my website. They're going to want that later on when they have to sign disclosures electronically, when they need to upload documentation, things like that. It's really helpful for them to start to become familiar with the technology that we use. So even though I can take an application over the phone, I can take an application in person. In today's world, it is better overall experience to get them on the computer, on their phone, filling this information out. And the biggest thing is to reassure them, hey, Hazel can see everything that you're doing as you go along. She is going to reach out to you as soon as you finish that application. The other thing that I like once I contact the buyer is also get an understanding of how big of a hurry they're in. Sometimes they need a pre-approval in an hour because they are going out to look for a home and they really want to have the opportunity or the ability to possibly put an offer in. Or are they in a lease and they're going to be in that lease for the next 6 months and we're just prepping for what comes next? So that's kind of important to have an idea of what's going on, is to match the energy of the buyers that I'm working with. If you are too pushy and go too fast when somebody just wants to take it slow, that energy just doesn't match. Or if you're too slow and they need a quicker energy, again, it doesn't match. And so understanding how quickly and how serious they are in this process helps me to match that energy and do a better job in getting back to them quickly or giving them more time and not feeling like they're under so much pressure. But that is our first step, is having them fill out the application. If you reach out to me, I'll send you each a link. You can fill out an application, familiarize yourself with your lender of choice's application. Maybe you don't live in Idaho, Montana, Utah, or Wyoming. Those are the states I'm licensed in. Maybe you're in Florida and you're listening to this podcast. Reach out to your lender that you prefer to use, and you should logically have filled out an application with them so you are familiar with the ins and outs of that so you can walk them through it. You will think, okay, well, why should I have to do that? I'm the real estate agent. You're the lender. I don't want to have to do that. It helps because it makes you more confident, more competent, especially new real estate agents. You don't think that you want to get into the lending piece, and you don't, because that is my job. But you need to be able to have the confidence. And if you go on, fill out an application, you know what it looks like. One of the biggest pieces that buyers tend to get hung up on is there'll be a spot in most lenders' application that says, hey, link your bank account with our application. Basically, that means that you put in the username and password of your bank, and it actually pulls in all of your account information into our system. The younger generation, they love it. It saves them time. They don't have to upload bank statements. The older generation, that makes them really nervous. So if you are aware that that's even a thing, and they reach out and you'll be like, this is really weird, it helps to be like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. Hazel can take care of that. You don't need to link those. Or if you're comfortable with that, go ahead. But you're familiar with it. And the more familiar you are with the lending side, the better you're going to come across with your clients. If you're a new real estate agent and you are asked questions and you're just like, oh, I just don't know, you freeze, versus the confidence of coming across, oh yeah, I've done that before. It's simple. Don't worry about making mistakes. It just comes across a lot more professional, a lot cleaner, and you can help compensate for the fact maybe you have never sold a home before. This is your first deal, and you really don't have a strong foundation of what you're doing. Having a better understanding of the lending process is really going to help you close that deal. That is really the first piece, is that loan application. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up for episode 1, and we'll move on to the next piece.